absolutely, because it's like a chance for people to talk to each other. And if they are experiencing any more issues, they can sort of resolve them. You're all on that journey together, whether you've just started the business thanks to the course or you wanted to learn more from what you were doing already. But it really adds that extra level of support that you wouldn't get otherwise. And the fact that it's ongoing beyond the course is really, really nice to hear.
Yeah, and we're taking some of those learnings as well from the MBA and applying that back into the entry-level qualifications that we do. So everyone gets part of this WhatsApp group. They then have that WhatsApp group forever. And even courses that we ran 2 or 3 years ago, the WhatsApp groups are still popping off.
Yeah.
And it's just a great way for people to share connections. And it's such a simple tool. And I think sometimes we overcomplicate education especially, and we try and manufacture these situations where people can get together without getting back down to the simplicity of, well, let's just create a space where people feel they can share.
Yeah.
Like, why do we need an app for it? Why do we need to make it onto an online digital platform? Like, no, let's strip it back. Let's get conversations going, and let's utilize accessible channels like face-to-face, like WhatsApp, that everyone is familiar with, to create those connections and value.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's those conversations that are important, not the platform. You just use what's ever appropriate, whether that's in person, face-to-face, or through whatever communication method that makes sense, because you just want people to relax enough they can have a chat, learn what each other is doing, share their stories, share things that aren't quite going right and find solutions, or say how things are going well, and just sort of encourage everyone. When everyone encourages everyone else, it brings everyone up together, and it's really good to sort of foster that and bring that back outside of the program as well for everyone to benefit is really, really good as well.
Yeah, and if you look at how we first met, Peter, it was, networking years and years and years ago. And who'd have thought from our chance connection we'd be now in a podcast studio?
Exactly. I know. It's the kind of thing, you never know what might happen in what person's journey. I know when we first met, I think you were managing the cafe at the place where I worked. And I just remember you there, and you were just so in control of what was going on there. And I was always impressed, always said hello, and I just thought, this is somebody that I think is going to go in an interesting direction, but I had no idea. And I was so proud to see your journey sort of progress from there and think, that's amazing. Every time I'd see a post or an update, it would just be like, that's an amazing. It's just been fantastic to see that kind of journey of first, I guess, start out and progress as it is. And it's just like when you make those initial connections with someone, you never know where those might end up. Someone you might meet today might be, your boss tomorrow. You just never know who you might meet. But it's just it is kind of inspirational, I guess, to say in a way, to see somebody's journey like yourself and just see the kind of impact that you have, especially in the Northeast. It's been really good to see.
I just remember thank you, Peter. And I just remember those days, like I'd be like buttering these sandwiches in the back and like for all these like business people, and I'd be like, one of these days I'm gonna be like you. And I just never forget that. But yeah, no, and working in the cafe was such formative experience for me because I got to run a business with someone else's money. And that was just fabulous. So I could just do what I want.
Yeah.
Well, no, I couldn't do what I want, obviously. But I got to test. I got to like experience that. And I think sometimes people are like, especially when we interview people now, they're almost like, oh, well, yeah, I worked in hospitality and stuff. And I was like, no, be proud of that.
Yeah.
Like hospitality, I can tell you now, it was the hardest job I ever had to do. Like that stress that, you have no idea who's going to come through the door, trying to manage people, trying to sort the till out. Oh my God, the phone's broken, the fridge is broken. We've got environmental health coming in to do their, regular inspections, not because they they weren't an intervention or anything, but it's just chaos all of the time. And I think every young person should have an experience of being in hospitality or a call center, because those skills that you get from talking to people and interacting and communicating, I don't think you can get that from any other job. And so I just think we should own those experiences a lot more, because they are the people that we then become, because
Yeah.
they're so character building.